We'd like to play a little game if you want. What is the song that? What is the song that you like the most? That you like the most? If you can choose.
One song?
Yes.
From Sabaton or from?
From the last one?
From the last. Oh, this is interesting because it changes all the time.
Oh,
yesterday was a different one than 2 weeks ago.
Yesterday I changed my mind, so now it's currently Blood of Bannockburn. The day before yesterday it was Winged Hussars.
Somehow I always end up with thinking about maybe, could it be Sparta, could it be Blood of Bannockburn, could it be Shiroyama? But the one that I always end up after listening to the album singing along to is Winged Hussars.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. I don't know actually.
It was my favorite until yesterday too. Then I changed.
I mean, for us, the only way to actually judge an album is to see in 5 years from now how many songs are still in the set list, because that would be the only fair way. Because then you have we've had a good opinion or good enough time to see what works with us and what works with the fans for a live setting. I mean, we thought, many times, every time when we come out of the studio directly, we don't have no fucking idea, if it's good or if it's bad or if it's, when we actually, a year has passed, we can look back at it pretty decently. But it's also, even if we think at that point that we got a good grip on it, it's always turned up on its head when we start playing the songs live. Some of them just don't really work live. Maybe it's because musically it changes somehow when you're playing it live. Maybe it's because we liked it, but it turns out that nobody in the crowd liked it, so we have to change around. So that's usually the case when we start touring on a new album. We start by trying out different new songs and see which ones work. And
it was easier on Heroes, but on Carolus Rex it was really complicated. Which songs the fans actually gonna like, and that one, of course, there was the title track, Carolus Rex, which we knew it's gonna work out fine.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of other songs on that album which we tried, and we thought, okay, this will be good, and we saw good writings about them. But in the end, it didn't work out very well live.
No, exactly. When we released the album, not everybody, but a lot of people were talking about Long Live the King. Oh man, that's one of my favorite Sabaton songs ever. Tried it out live a couple of times and then did not work. Nobody kind of care about it live.
Yeah.
So then the song that I like it, but I prefer Long Live the King was Gott mit uns. And that one was, okay, oh well, I guess you made your choice, so let's play Gott mit uns,
Yeah, everybody wanted to hear that one all the time.
Okay, next, what is the song that took the most time to write from the last one?
I gotta think now. Sparta was not that long actually. That was the shortest one, I guess.
That was the shortest.
Sparta and Blood of Bannockburn were the shortest ones to write. Last Dying Breath took a long time. The second one. Lost Battalion took quite some time, but nothing strange. Then we have Rourke's Drift. Not too long actually. It took a long time. I spent 4 days only doing the intro riff on that song before I even...
Rourke's Drift?
Yeah. Took me
because I think it's really close on Into the Fire.
Yeah, it's the same theory. But the problem was to make it sound really Sabaton, but not make it a copy of what we did before. If you can hear, oh, this is Sabaton, that's good. If it's a copy, too close to what we did before, then it's bad. And also for me to get my fingers to ding 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 to play that stuff. And then we're thinking The Last Stand. That could be one of the longest ones. I don't know how many times Chris and I rewrote the lyrics, the chorus for that one.
Yeah.
It could be.
I was sitting there for a few days, and I heard it a couple of times when we were writing it.
I guess it's that one actually. The Last Stand, the title track. Yeah, took the longest.
And the last one, what is the song that took the most time to record? Maybe it's the last 10 too, because of the chorus at the end.
It could be one of them, but everything else was so fast on that one. I mean, Chris played all the guitars pretty much one take,
What did we had in the end? Maybe took some time.
Well, actually, the song that...
Rourke's Drift, maybe.
Yeah, but I think also the one that took longest time in the studio in total was actually Lost Battalion, because there were so many different elements, and with the mix and everything, you have to make it's machine guns and pistols instead. So getting them to not sound like drums, but processing the sound so they can actually be used as drums, making the extra synthesizers fit, and then also because you have a totally different drum sound or rhythm section, all of a sudden you have to compensate with the bass and the guitars. So from a production standpoint, I would say by far Lost Battalion took the longest. But from a musical standpoint, where which song took the longest for musicians to get done, that's different for everyone. I mean, for me the trickiest songs to sing was probably Shirayama or these songs, because there's some really fucking high parts in that one. And I guess for Hannes, Hill 32, 34, for the guitars. Yeah, probably the solos, of the solos, I think it was Rourke's Drift, to get that, guitar battle feeling, them switching in between each other and getting it done. Because it's changing key all the time,
It's my favorite one, if you want to know. Rock Drift.
It is?
Yeah.
It's a bit old school Sabaton, looking back to, the Art of War and the Prima Victoria era.
Mm-hmm. It will please the old fans.
I think it will, yeah. My mom actually said, she was surprised when she said it, because, I came there and I said, okay, I don't want to hear it, here's the album, I'm going to bed, And she let me know, 3 days later, like, that was a surprise. Like, oh, what do you mean? Like, yeah, I really like it, but I was surprised because at least what she thought was, this reminds me, there's not so much what I expected from Sabaton today. There's a lot, though, that I expected from sounds like past Sabaton, and a lot that sounds like what I expected from you in the future, So if that's good or bad, ooh, I don't know. Or if it's true, I don't know. It's my mom. She knows nothing about music,